Welcome back to House is Fake. It is me, TJ, joined by Miggy. We are
Hi,
exhausted.
everybody. Yeah, dude, like, look how bad I'm peeling everywhere. Like California, like I thought that Arizona sun is bad, but then I realized we don't go out in the sun in Arizona. So then hanging out in the sun in California, it's still just as bad.
Went to the beach. God, I love the
Yeah, I
beach.
went to the beach, then I went away.
Beach, beach.
Saw some dolphins, got some crabs, or caught a crab. Um,
That was my dolphin.
it was good. That was good. Had a frozen banana. Um,
Now, which one? I know I didn't ask you this the other day. Which one did you go to? Did you go
so
to the original or the one that says like 1972 or whatever?
So what we did first, I didn't know that the Balboa Island and Balboa Peninsula were two different things. So what I
Two
did
different.
is when I went to Balboa Peninsula on Friday night, I asked them like, "Oh, are you guys like the real frozen banana?" And the lady was like, "Yeah." And then I did some research and I'm like, "That lady totally lied." Did I have a good frozen banana from Balboa Peninsula? Yes. But then we went to Balboa Island. And then then I'm like, there's a long line at this place. It says
Oh
the
yeah.
original. That has to be what it is. And then I did my first ever parallel parking job without having to fix myself, which was cool.
Heck yeah.
But then I waited in line for 20 minutes for the original, and it was amazing. But
Also
you know what
good
else I
is the
did?
Balboa bars. But yeah,
I
what else
heard
did
that.
you do?
I heard that. Um, I saw my buddy TJ, and we
Mm.
went to a wrestling convention of sorts.
Yeah, was gonna say convention is a strong word. Fest is a better word.
We went to a wrestle fest. Nobody was wearing oil, but we were all pretty sweaty.
Yeah, dude. That
The
that
world's
building
the
must be
world's
pretty old school.
yeah, the world's shortest ceiling. Um,
Swampiest room. It didn't smell bad, but it felt bad.
it was kind of it was yeah, it was a depressing room. For those of you that don't follow us on the socials, TJ and I went to LAX Fan Fest. We did have a lot of fun. Shout out to those guys for putting it on. Um, and we met a lot of cool people. We got some autographed items. TJ got four autographs for $5.
I'm gonna show them off right now because they're right
All right,
here, and I
let's see
wanted to
them.
post this on Instagram, but it's Monday,
There's still
buddy.
time.
I will. Got Ivory,
Ooh,
Bushwhacker Luke,
ooh. This is my bushwhackers.
Marty Jannetty.
Oh,
Now, this would be cool to
more,
get Shawn Michaels on because the other
more,
ones I can't really like do anything with. But I could
more like
still get HBK.
murder Janetti.
Did he kill somebody?
Yeah, dude.
Is he in jail?
No, he like
Oh,
admitted to it. He like said he said he killed somebody.
dude, wrestlers got some crazy backstories. A
Yeah.
lot of the old cats. And then we got next to Jim Johnson, probably the most musically gifted person ever to come through the WWE. The mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
You know what I learned? That one was my favorite one. That one's pretty cool. You know what
Yeah,
I
that's the
learned
best.
about him? He is the woman voice for like the
Yeah,
of Shawn Michaels. Yeah, Shawn Michaels theme music.
I gotta. There were a couple YouTube videos where I can't remember if it was him talking. Well, I know he's been on Busted Open and talked about it, but I can't go back to that. But I know on YouTube I've seen like him talk about the process that he went through to make
Yeah,
some of the things. But then also this is the fact that this was $10 shows me that these guys don't know what they had.
yeah. Because what did I get? I got a an autographed Sid DVD too, which was cool. And then you got probably the coolest souvenir that we took out of that place for sure.
Signed by the Secretary of Education.
Dude.
Sorry if you hear my
Um,
dog barking.
you could you could probably put that up and make some serious cash.
Fuck that. If it was WrestleMania 41, I would.
I don't know. She's just got a lot of fans, Linda McMahon.
Oh, well, that's true, dude. But yeah, WrestleMania 22, I've talked about it a bazillion times. Dude, my dad just responded to me. Oh man. Okay,
He
sorry.
went to go check the mail to see what you sent to sexy ass.
Oh man. I wish you guys could we need like a Patreon
Outtakes.
where we add these inside jokes, like
Yep.
backstories. The pre-recorded part of the Zoom call. For WrestleMania 22, that's like my favorite WrestleMania. So,
That's your
okay.
show, man.
We have a lot to talk about besides LAX. Oh, we met Dustin. I don't think we got very specific about who we met. It
Yeah,
was
Dustin was
Dustin,
cool.
Ahmed Johnson,
Hmm.
Wexler was there,
Yeah.
friend of the pod.
He actually he shot some cool I'll give the guy credit. He shot some cool footage for some people. We should have had him do some of that for us. And
Yeah,
then
one of the OG friends of the podcast, Mike
yeah,
Wexler.
he got to interview Zilla Fatu. And then oh, we met Conan, told him how
That
much
was awesome.
highlighted the whole thing. Crotch chops with Sean Waltman.
Dream fulfilled.
Yeah. But there was a lot of people there. I mean,
Yes.
Greg the Hammer Valentine looked pretty sad. You had Rikishi was there with his giant poster of only Jey Uso. Zilla
Victoria,
Fatu, Victoria, John Morrison, Hollywood
Chris
Haley.
Masters was gonna be there at some point. I don't think he was there while we
He
were.
wasn't there when we were there, but he put Wexler in a master lock. Um, and then you had um, oh, Hollywood Haley J coming fresh off of her um battle slap victory, flew in from Vegas to go be there. Um, Ariana, what Cameron from the Funkadactyls, and then Bret Hart eventually showed up. He wasn't there when we were there either, but
No. Now,
but it was pretty
one day
cool.
we'll get him. It was cool. It was hopefully next year it's a little bigger and
Yeah. You know what the
not
problem
in the
was with it
basement.
is that
What?
we went to the wrestling convention.
That's right.
And I think at least myself, I was expecting it to be like WrestleCon, and
Well, because
it wasn't.
wrestlers do lots of meets and greets.
Yeah,
Sounds like the Little Caesars guy. Um, yeah, I was thinking it would kind of be bigger, but you know, hey, dude,
but
we're going to WrestleCon.
in a 30-day period, dude, I was thinking about this. I'm hitting some convention milestone professional wrestling things. We just did LAX Fan Fest. I don't know why I like
Yeah.
held my breath on the X there. I'm doing the Mad Monster convention here in Phoenix, Glendale, and I'm gonna go meet the greatest WCW champion of all time,
David Arquette.
David Arquette. Saraya is also going to be there, and then at the end of the month, I'm going to Chicago, and I'm hitting um the big national card convention where CJ Perry is going to be there.
Oh yeah, you're
Um,
going with Papa Migs, huh?
yeah, and then we're doing
Nice.
we're Dennis Rodman. Maybe might be able to hit Dennis Rodman that time. I'll tell him Morgan says hi, and then
I'll send you a couple questions about North Korea,
all
and
right.
you can. Okay, thanks.
And then William Perry too. William Refrigerator Perry is going to be there too. So WWE Hall of Famer.
I'm a Bears fan. Well,
Uh,
I'm a lapsed Bears
well,
fan, but I have a Ditka
no idea.
jersey.
You could have told me he played for the Pawtucket Patriots, and I would have believed you. That's how much I know about football.
All right.
Um, but yeah. So
Dude, you're fulfilling your dreams.
yeah. And
It's
then
a
I
good
gotta go.
time to be
Then
alive.
apparently at some point this year I'm going to Vegas for a bachelor party. I thought it was Scottsdale. We're going to Vegas. I
Are you
can't keep
sad
up
about
with
it?
these. No, it's whatever. I'm excited for my best friend. So I'm excited. I just know I'm not gonna be able to keep up with these frat boys that are gonna go party.
No, well, are you best man or are you just another
I'm the best
groomsman?
man. Yeah, I'm the
So
best man.
you're like so in a sense, I think you have to play like the big brother role and you kind of gotta like, are you gonna be DD and all that kind of shit?
Well, I don't know. We haven't gotten that far yet. I just found out about an hour ago. I woke up from my nap and found out we're going to Vegas.
Oh.
Because he has me and this other guy planning it. He has me planning it. I know my friend and I love him. He has me planning it because I'm the best man. He wants me to have some input, but I cannot throw him the party that his friends could throw him. And so therefore he included somebody else, which I'm totally cool with. I'm along for the ride. Um, None of them are wrestlers, and I don't think any of them watch wrestling, but I'll make do. I'll find a way to have conversation. I'm sure some of them have, I don't know, gone to the
I
bathroom
work.
at some point or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with your knowledge of wrestling and your gift of woo, you could easily make someone a wrestling fan. And then with
Yeah,
our collective wrestling knowledge, we can make them a friend of the podcast.
I like it. I like it. It is my go-to conversation starter. Always, believe it or not.
And for some reason, my
Um,
conversations are always really short.
yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Um,
Well,
but while we were at the convention, they were playing um Blood Money of the Ring, King of the Ring, Night of Champions, whatever you're gonna call it, with CM Punk. Supposedly people are saying sold out. His beliefs. They were booing him. Then CM Punk won them over. We talked about that in the last episode. We thought that something like that would happen. Went back and watched the highlights. Went back and watched some of the full matches. I went back and watched the full John Cena match. And I went back and watched the full Randy Orton match. I'm gonna stand by the fact that there was a lot more they could have done. Um, the match, the Randy Cody match, I think was better than the John Cena Punk match, but the story for the John Cena Punk is better. But the problem is, then I'm gonna ask you your opinion. The problem I have with it is that you have the both of these are such huge stories, huge rivalries. The stories write themselves. They could have done so much more. Like I understand they're trying to throw everybody at John Cena, get him all these, one hit wonders, throw it out there. That makes sense. Cody and Randy is a WrestleMania worthy story that they could have stretched out so much longer instead of doing it here. If this is only the start of the story, then I can be wrong. But I feel like if they don't capitalize off of Cody and Randy, they are stupid. What are your thoughts on those two matches? And then we could talk about the other parts.
once again, your gift of woo is winning me over because I always wanted Cody and Randy to be like something like I think I could be just pulling something out of my ass here. But I think I mentioned something one time about using Randy to turn Cody heel or yeah, I was saying at John Cena's last match you have Randy come out and like whatever. But no, I I don't think Cody is chasing that championship
No.
after SummerSlam. And you saying that, like everything you did, convinced me of that. What I think they should do is keep the John Cena thing going. Like CM Punk, maybe you get one more match. There's still Seth cashing in at some point, and maybe Seth can do like a I'm going to cash in. So like they have maybe a scheduled match, maybe. Like I don't know, like
Yeah.
that. But then you still got Roman, who needs a reason to be in the main event because what's he gonna do? Fight for the IC title? I'm sorry, no. Um, so what I think happens is maybe you get Cody Cena. Well, you are going to get Cody Cena SummerSlam, right? Or does
That's what
Cody
I
get
think.
to choose, and then we have to deal with Cody going to Raw to talk to Gunther
I
and
I
like all that
think
BS?
no. I think they set up some stuff pretty good on Monday Night Raw, but it revolves around the CM Punk stuff. I definitely think that we are
Okay.
getting. I definitely think we're getting Cody and Cena at SummerSlam,
Okay, so you get Cody Cena SummerSlam, and then I think Randy screws Cody.
leading into Survivor Series in San Diego. That you know what? I like that because I do like that. And yeah, and I think because if they want to get tickets, I mean, people are going to buy the tickets to San Diego anyway. But
That would be a
um,
great place to see wrestling. I love Petco Park. I
yeah,
would love to go.
the tickets do go on sale soon for that. I saw. So if they want to start booking it now, setting it up, I mean, what that's November.
Yep.
Have Cody turn heel there and get a nice heel run going into WrestleMania.
And I say they
Um,
could if they could stretch Seth and Punk as long as they did,
well,
and
they're still doing Seth and Punk.
that exactly, and Drew and Punk went at each other for forever. But what they had like 3 matches.
Yeah,
So I think, dude, if they do it right and they don't fuck around with the story and make it boring, we could have Cody and Randy at WrestleMania.
I would like that. Um, I don't know. I would like that. I'm getting bored, man. I'm getting bored. I don't want to see like I want a story. This story with CM Punk and Seth Rollins continuing on Monday Night Raw tonight. And then you had and they gave us a little tease. I know you said you weren't able to catch Raw, but they gave us a little
I
tease with
know it's on at a weird time.
yeah, it was on 3 o'clock. They I watched it in pieces. But they teased Gunther and CM Punk. CM Punk gave Gunther a little shove, knocking him on the ground. But I am so sick of CM Punk and Seth Rollins. I don't care. I really don't care that much about LA Knight and Seth Rollins happening at the WWE All In, whatever they're calling that, to compete with All In. And
To be
then
honest, I don't care about Seth Rollins right now. I don't care
no,
about Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker. I think Paul Heyman has taken some kind of demotion because
yeah.
he's useless. Well, not
It,
useless, of course not, but his character doesn't mean anything. Um,
and I know we're jumping all over the place too. On that note, too, you ended Monday Night Raw tonight with a match with Braun Breaker and Typhoon or Tsunami Bronson Reed, and then Jey Uso came out and beat them both up, but like they're a tag team. But then you have Jimmy Uso. He's doing this whole bloodline thing. We have to talk of that in a second. And then I don't care about any of it. I don't.
there's
Goldberg wasn't
so
on the show.
our jeez, our
We're doing Rhea Ripley and Io Sky again.
there's so much happening that it's hard to be invested.
Do you remember? I mean,
Like they
obviously, I know
just
you
did
remember.
2 pay-per-views in one day, and
Yeah,
half of it was with a roster that the WWE fan base probably doesn't know a lot about. I know I didn't, and that's why I told Conan when we met him at LAX Fan Fest with friend of the podcast, all the people we met there.
yeah,
But that's why I said what his commentary was my favorite part of the night because I learned so much listening to him.
yeah. I mean,
So
and
I just the it's so hard to care about all this shit.
it reminds me of when everybody was complaining about how Vince McMahon was booking the same matches every single week.
Mm.
Now we're just getting the same matches every single pay per view with some new little twist added in there. Now we got Raquel, and then even on Saturday we got Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley again. Um,
It
you
feels
had
corporate, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you had that stupid match. The match itself could have been really good, except for the ending where Jade Cargill botched the whole ending, and really Asuka didn't get pinned.
What did I say about what did I say?
Oh, you
I
called
said
it.
I'm sorry. Jade's a superstar, but she's I don't think that
You
meh.
called it. And then you have yeah, it just was not a good show. Raw was not only was it Raw not good today, it was short. It was only like pretty much exactly 2 hours, and you have SmackDown going down to exactly 2 hours again, and now people are like cheering for that, but then they're gonna complain when they don't have all the stars on there again, and we're still getting instead of getting other stars, we're getting these stupid stories over and over and over again. They're gonna go back and continue Cross and Sami Zayn again after that match too. Um,
Remember when Triple H first took over and the camera shots? Like
yeah,
remember when Rhea broke her arm in the hallway and Dom was trying to save her?
yeah.
Um
It's
and we were just like, "Oh my God." Now we're in the Vince thing, the Vince situation where it's like cookie cutter.
yeah. I honestly don't think it's Triple H. I don't think that it's Triple H. I think Triple H's hands are tied. I think it's the
It's
billionaires.
it's
You
the
can't
machine.
you can't trust billionaires to book your pro wrestling. Okay, because there's not a single pro wrestling fan out there in that crowd that will ever be a billionaire. Um, but okay, half of us can't even afford deodorant. Book for
Yeah.
your crowd. Um, but yeah. With
The
that
rich
being said,
people laugh at us.
yeah. Look at those peasants sitting there with their popcorn,
Look at them
their
enjoying.
popcorn and PBR with their tight shirts and smelly neck beards.
They enjoy watching men in their underwear pretend to fight.
Yeah.
Ho ho
Uh,
ho. Dicks.
but I don't know, man. None of this is good. The only part that I am intrigued about in anything that has to do with pro wrestling right now, again, brings me back to this whole bloodline thing. Because while we were in line, 10 minutes after we were in line talking about, oh, I don't know who Solo Sikoa is gonna like how they're gonna do this bloodline stuff, then Tongaloa comes back. After we were saying, oh, he's hurt, we were explaining to the guy behind us, yeah, he's hurt, he's not coming back for a while. The hell do I know? I'm sure we're gonna get Tama Tonga back soon too. Zillow Fatu's out there tweeting phones saying, I'm just ready, call me up, Unk. Um, but
Dude, if
I
they bring Roman back for this,
Yeah, you know what? Going in, look at this. Look at it this way. There is a real possibility that going into Survivor Series, we could have a Bloodline versus Bloodline match
oh my
again.
God.
There is a real possibility. You think about it. They got five guys.
In San Diego. I know they're from the Bay Area, but it's like
Yeah,
California thing. They could do
but
it.
really, you could do it with they got the five guys over there on Solo's team, and then you do Jacob Fatu, the Usos,
Sammy,
Roman. I don't think you should do Sammy again. I think that would be the point to bring somebody else in. But um
Jacob,
yeah, I don't know,
or did you
man.
say
It's not
Jacob already?
good. I know we got there's some big stuff happening on AEW this week. We could talk about it when we talk later on in the week. Because this is a big week for pro wrestling in general. Coming off of that stupid pay-per-view, but there's also some cool stuff going on in Southern California, man.
That's true, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we are the official podcast of DreamSlam Wrestling, and we've been so busy talking about all the crazy stuff that's going on that we haven't even talked about yet. That on the 6th, we're going back to Gamecraft Brewery in Anaheim. This is going to be good because it's the Grand Slam anniversary show. We're celebrating 3 years of Dream Slam. We've only been around a couple months, but I kind of wish I was there
From the
for all
beginning.
three. And dude,
This card is nuts already looking at it.
I'm looking at it right now.
We got Bad Meets
The main
Nasty.
event. Can we just talk about the main event real quick?
Yo, yeah, let's start there.
Friend of the podcast, frenemy of the podcast, Enoch the Enlightened.
Er,
standing side by side with DreamSlam champion Jordan Cruz, defending against one of the biggest names from Southern California, TJ Perkins. We get to be the official podcast of that.
That man, TJP, also known as the original Suicide, a wrestler, in uh, for the
In
YouTube
TNA.
moderators in TNA. It's gonna be a good match. I don't know. Hopefully he teaches Jordan Cruz and Enoch a lesson.
Oh, boy.
But
But
the
there's
couple of
yeah, keep going. You were talking about Bad Meets Nasty, friend of the
yeah,
podcast,
Bad Meets
OG
Nasty.
interviewee, Honest John.
Yeah, we've had them on versus the Pump Line. I'm excited for that. You got Loco versus Oscar Felix,
Dude,
which is going to be
Loco's
good.
pretty awesome.
Zara versus Delilah Doom. And I was thinking about Delilah Doom over the weekend actually because out here in Arizona, Elena Black, formerly known as Cora Jade, coming in defeating Brittany Brooks for the Arizona Wrestling Federation Championship.
Oh.
So Elena Black, new Arizona Wrestling Federation champion. I just keep thinking about how Delilah Doom and Elena Black would have a good match, and I want to see it happen in DreamSlam. I think they can make it happen. I know a guy. His name is Enoch. Um,
Dude,
then
can
you
I talk
have.
about this five-way match real quick?
I know that's what I was gonna say. You have Alan Breeze,
Friend of
um,
the podcast.
friend of the podcast, or he didn't know if he wanted to be a friend of the podcast. And his friend or former friend.
Can't stop
Uh,
Jamal.
yeah, can't stop Jamal. Hey, who
Wrestle
has
buddies.
wrestled for Arizona Wrestling Federation? Raymond Bright, the most motivational professional wrestler I've ever talked to in my entire life. 5-star
5-star.
Raymond Bright, MYD. Then you have Mikey O'Shea and Chaz Price. That's going to be a great fatal 5-way match, whatever they're.
Those are some of the most fun. Like, first of all, Chaz Price and Raymond Bright have had amazing matches together in DreamSlam.
Yeah,
Mikey O'Shea, dude, he always brings a party. I remember
you have to with the
at the
last name
first.
O'Shea.
Well, dude, and first of all, his Instagram is hilarious. Everyone should go follow him. But dude, I remember it was the big show, when we had our booth out there. They started the show off, Mikey O'Shea and his tag team partner, by throwing drinks and stuff out to everyone out of a cooler in the ring.
That's
It was
awesome.
it was and oh, I forget who he had him. I think it was the Hard Boys. He had a match against two, and he like annihilated those dude. I think it was them. Um, oh, see, I turned the sound on. Alan Breeze, dude, he always has great matches too. So yeah, I'm excited for this whole card, and dude, I
There's
love that
one name I
brewery.
want to talk about though, and then we could end the show.
Let's do it.
You have Wicked Wicket, former Dream Slam champion, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, Jordan Cruz beat him.
Um, in a first blood match with Big Dick Haas. This dude looks scary. I think this is the guy I want on the podcast just so I could say that, hey, the How Is This Fake podcast got Big Dick Haas.
Let's get Big Dick on the podcast.
Yeah. This dude, I think that match is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm a sucker for a good first blood match.
I honestly, if I had it my way, if I was in charge of the universe, I think I would have traded LAX Fan Fest with you for this show with you.
I know, I know. I'll make it. I will make it to a Dream Slam show one of
Wah,
these
wah,
days.
wah. But what's cool about this Dream Slam show? My in-laws will be in town, which means and my wife, me and my wife can make a date out
Good.
of it.
There you go.
She can set up the
Because
table for me.
I'll tell you what, pro wrestling dates are the best dates.
They are, dude, because when your lady goes to a wrestling show with you, she loves you.
Yeah. And then you really know when she lets you have a podcast 3 times a week
That's
and
true.
also lets you watch wrestling. Shout out to the wives of the
Shout out to the
podcast.
wives. Truly the best
Oh,
parts of the
and
podcast.
happy early birthday to your wife. I'll tell her tomorrow too.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, it's her birthday tomorrow. I didn't wrap
Yeah.
her present. I don't have wrapping paper.
Um, that's all right.
That's all right.
Put some
That's all right.
aluminum foil on it.
It's a good idea, dude.
Yeah.
I'm using some because we're making enchiladas right now.
I love it. I love it. I know I gotta go cook dinner here soon too.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll let you get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. It was a great show today. We're going to be talking about All In because Dynamite's going to be a pretty, I mean, it better be a
Or
pretty
it's gonna be
significant
stacked.
one.
It's gonna be stacked this week.
And it's DreamSlam week. So we're going to be talking more DreamSlam until it happens on the 6th. So
Yeah.
don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at HITFPOD. For your ass.
Ooh.